You are watching the biggest, the largest, the highest, the tallest, the greatest, and the mightiest African spiritual platform. We are the biggest, we are the largest, we are the tallest. It's another episode. Today we are going to delve into history. The other day, maybe some say, "Inti, ebi say ye Hebrews, ebi say ye Israelites, ebi so say ye Egyptians." So which is which? Was it a tribal war? Because these Israelites were we were in Egypt and they were fighting. Now we are saying we are Israelites. Egypt is still in Africa. So was it a tribal war? This has been a bigger question, and today I think we are going to get the answers. I welcome you, my people, with lots of love. Wherever you are, spread love, love, and hate. Let's welcome our guest for today. For my name, you know I am Labraska, the Sun Goddess. I am the Spear of Destiny. I am the World Star number 8. I am the biggest. I am the largest. Utiyoya, unyante hwede e bakra de doso. Nigeria for ne see your friend me Ansah edin doso. I love you guys. So you are making us the biggest. Let's welcome our guest for today because it's a very important day. Papa
Yeah, now.
Great.
Thank you.
Today is your first day on this biggest platform. So I want you to introduce yourself to the viewers, pay obeisance to them. They make this platform the biggest. They are very important to me. Greet them and introduce yourself. And if there are any elders or loved ones you want to send message to, it's equally allowed before we get into the topic.
Okay, first of all, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And I also thank all your workers over here. I mean, they are extraordinary. And I also wish to thank you so much for what you are doing for Ghana people. Not Ghana, but for Accra, Ghana, Africa. And I've been watching you for so many years now. And coming here is a opportunity. First of all, let me speak Ghana because I'm coming to touch the Ghana people.
Go ahead.
Minga mofiamo ni mimba nyede umanye abrade ke ode ke nyeme feni asmo. Nyebinu ansambane mena nyimba domo namba Revelations platform no wakan bi ba shweshin ko nyen na boni game he no chomo. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity.
We welcome you. We appreciate you. We are going to talk about one history that is boggling everybody's mind. I'm going to sit quietly and then get into the conversation. The history about Ghana people in Ghana. That is what we are going to talk about. It's a huge topic. We welcome you and we appreciate you once again. So, are you one of them?
I am.
You are one of them?
Yeah.
We don't want to kwanchen. So, all this knowledge you are going to give us about, all the history you are going to give us about Ghana people. Yeah. What is your source?
Okay. First of all, I would like to introduce myself a bit. My father is from English Alata. Also in the Ghana state, in the village called Oshie, that is after, in between Botswana and Kokrobete. And then my mom is from Bese Amonchewe. And all the research that I have done so far was based on Amonchewe, and then Assyrian people of the Ghana. So almost more than 20 years now. But when I was a kid, my mommy is called Dede, and the appellation of Dede is Amombiele. So I was searching how the name Amombiele came into the system. So I've been asking my mom the name, the appellation. And when I asked her, she couldn't give me, answers to what I need. So I became sick for almost 3-5 years, and my flesh began to turn, and it was a surprise to everybody. But during that time, I saw something that I can't describe it, but it was a spiritual being. And that time, the doc has told me that they have given me 3 days. If there is no change in my sickness, then they have to send me home. So 2 days has passed, and in the afternoon, and I saw this horror being coming to me, and it was like a film that I'm watching. Very huge person, and the whole place was brightened. So I just look at the thing. It is like a spiritual being. So he asked me, "What do you want?" Then I said, "Oh, I want to be healed." Then something like he stretched his hands. Shh. So when he stretched the hands, something enter me. Not a physical something, but something that you can just feel it. And just a moment, I feel I've been healed. And since then, I've been just, when it comes to history, I do a research. Maybe something will tell that, no, Google this, type here, go here, search here, this thing is here, go here, go here, go here. So I've been reading a lot, like contemporary history, and I've been always comparing Quran, Bible, and see, so what is here? What is here? So it seems I'm focusing on the black lineage, and then Africa. So with my mother's name, Dede, and the appellation Amombili, then I begin to search who are the Ammons? Where are they from? Where's the name coming from? So from the Ammon, then I begin to search into deep, and it is so exciting, like things that you have been seeing, revelations that it has been coming. And when you go and you search, it is there, just linking you. I say, oh wow! So these are my source.
So your source is research.
Yeah, research.
No visions.
Visions have been coming, but after the visions, I have to follow.
So visions and research. I want to get it straight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so right now you are coming to talk about the history about Ga people in Ghana.
Good.
So when we say Ga people in Ghana, who are those?
Very good. You know, many historians has given a lot of history about the Ga people. Some say they are Hebrews. Others say they are Israelites. And say Israelites, and I begin to question myself. Why Israelites? Because we know where Israelites are now. So why saying a Gama is an Israelite? Then later, some also will say, oh, they are from Nigeria. It's okay, fine. Let me just gather all those parts. Then me myself moving towards it, then see what is on the land. So firstly, I check on the name Israel. How the name Israel came about. Now, from Bible perspectives.
Don't come and tell me about ISIS and Israel.
No. I'm just giving you something. Yeah. Now, when you look to the Bible perspectives, you may know that there was a man called Abraham. He gave birth to Isaac. Isaac gave birth to Jacob. Now, it was Jacob's name that was changed into Israel. Then you ask yourself, so before the name Jacob will change into Israel, and before he will give birth to 12 children, don't we have the name called Ga? Then you ask, what's the meaning of Ga? Ga itself, what is it? To my research, Ga simply means a language. Ga is a language. So then, how that language came about, then I researched back to the Bible as a source. You take some of the sources from the Bible, then you come to the contemporary word of history, then you join together. There was a time, due to the Bible, say that all humans are, by then, were speaking one language. Then at Shinar, something happened. And then the one language was changed into different languages.
Tower of Babel.
Tower of Babel. So with that perspective, then you will ask yourself, okay, fine. If what is there is true, then you can base on the fact that then before the people will be dispersed to go anywhere, then the word Ga will be one of the languages that happens in the land of Shinar. So then the language Ga, if the Shinar is true over there is true, then Ga will come from that land called Babel, the Tower of Babel or Shinar. So then it means that the speakers or the tribe called Ga existed in thousands of years before coming to get the name Israel. So therefore, what people are saying that Gans are from Israelites is not true.
Hey!
Now, with the second one, we go and then look for the sons of Noah. Not that I'm basing too much on Bible. No,
don't worry, you will go ahead.
But just I want us to get some of the sources.
You are giving us facts.
Very good. So now, Noah gave birth to Shem, Japheth, Ham. Ham also gave birth to Cush, Mizraim, Put, and then out of Cush we get Canaan. So now, this gives us a kind of a source that in that dispensations, in that era, Put, now we call it Libya. Then we come to Mizraim, it's now called Egypt. Now, in that era, we are talking about the black lineage. It was the black from the descendant of Ham that we get those names. And they are all from the black lineage. So now, one may ask, then, why are you saying that you are choosing something from the Ammon, from the people that are in Ghana now? Now, Canaan gave sons, and one of the sons is called Ammon. Then we have Jebu. Then we have Health. Now, Ammon were in the western side, whilst the Jebu are from the eastern side. Now, this Ammon were people who later are coming to worship a great deity. And this deity is called Ra. They were given the Ra deity in that dispensations. And that Ra become part of their name. And then their name becomes Ammon Ra. And that Ammon Ra, they begin to also have a deity which is called Hel, and then Anat, and then Asherah. It began to taught them how to farm, and then also how to go war. So you could see that from that Ammon descendants, they became a unique people. When you go to the Jebusite, in their era, or on that same dispensations, they also, whilst they were there was unknown being who also came there and then taught them something different from the Amorites. Whilst the Amorites are worshipping the sun god, and then the moons, and then the mother earth, and then the Baah and other things, theirs become a different thing with unknown being called Methuselah. And this Methuselah came and then taught them a different thing altogether. But I want to build my fact on the Amorites. These Amorites, as they become a well-known people, they also become in worshipping a great deities. And with the Hel, and with the Asherah, and then with the Baah, they became a peculiar people in that dispensations, in a way that they were able to control everybody. Before the Sumer Empire and then the Akkadian Empire and so on, this Amorites were superheroes, and the fact over here is that they were all black lineage, not what we are seeing today like Libya and Egypt, where they have now covered with Arabs. No, in that era it was the black people which were there. Now let's come some facts over here when we're talking about the Amorites. Now when you come to my people over here, we have the name called Assyrian. Assyrian. Now these Assyrian people, in their history, they are saying that they were from a very far place. They moved from a very far place before they came and then met somebody in Ethiopia, and that person's name is called Ayi, and he was in one of the town called Kush. So his name became Ayi Kushi, and then he joined the Nikwe Olai, and then they were looking for a land, a lost land, and that led them to this present place called Ghana. But checking the whole thing, there is a missing link, and that missing link is where I've taken it upon myself, and then beginning to explain things to for people to understand it very well. Okay, hold on.
You have taken it upon yourself to explain for people to understand very well. I'm not going to interrupt, but I want you to make something clear.
Okay.
You said as they came from a very far place to come and discover this modern day Ghana. Am I correct? So are you saying that it is the Ghana people that discovered this land, Ghana, then called Gold Coast? Make it straight for me.
Very good. There was an history which was given by one of the Egyptian king when a king met him. He said that there was a group of people around that terrain, and there was a lost continent. Historians has given an evidence to that there was a continental drift, and that land they were looking for it up to now. They didn't see it, and it is called the continental drift or the lost continent. Whilst they were chatting, this king in Egypt began to think about how to find that land, and it is believed that one of the brethren from the Assyrian descendants were among those who were not found in that lost continent, and therefore they go and seek a divine, and the divine give them a direction, and that direction they were given a three things, which is an eagle, then an hyena, which will lead them to that promised land, and with something that we call ayawa. So as they met in Ethiopia, they were looking for that land, and they were given a direction to move. So it was that ayawa which will direct them to where they are looking. According to them, they moved from the river Nile, and they passed Nigeria, from Niger to Nigeria, and they were still looking for that land, and the land and that they were looking for, according to their sources, through that calabash, or what we call as ayawa. You go and stop at a place called Ayawaso. It was around Abrekuma area towards to from Abrekuma to Pokwase Highway. There's a place called Ayawaso. So they believe that that land which they were looking for was, and the direction that were given, the thing came and stopped at this Ayawaso.
This is clear. What I want to make straight, people are watching us, and this is very important.
Sure.
Are you saying that the Ghana people in Ghana discovered this country, Ghana, called Gold Coast? And the first place they discovered this land was Ayawaso. Are you making that history straight?
Very good. You know, Ghana is a mystery land, as has been described, a land on its own. It was not only the Ghan's people who came and discovered this place, but the land itself is a mystery land which has been hidden for so many years. Initially, it was called Atlantis, and it is been believed that this Atlantis was linked, was also an ocean deity, which is a male, and then have a wife at the Atlanta, and therefore it is believed that those that came and found this land were some of those people who has lost that land, and they were looking for it for so many years.
So the land, this Ghana land, belonged to some people. They lost it.
Yeah.
And they came looking for it, and the Yawa led them.
Yeah.
And they landed in Ayawasu. Am I correct?
Yeah.
The Ghana people.
Yeah.
Can you say emphatically that the first place the Ghana people landed in this land was Ayawasu? So that is where they are.
Thank you very much. As I'm explaining, I started from the land of Canaan as they moved until there was a meeting with one of the Egyptian kings who discussed with his friend that there have been a continental drift. There have been a lost nation which they believe that it was sink into the sea, and they were looking for that people, and the perimeter or the radius of that area which has been sink, they were a gold diggers, which in that era they were just looking for them, whether they are still under the sea or not. Now, when you go to the Black Sea or Russia, recently there are some people do a research, and they found that that area where this Egyptian king was describing it was called Accra. Accra. And this Accra was found by the Akkadians. And these Akkadians were the first worshippers of the Ra deity.
So who are those? Are they Gans?
No. I'm just giving you a link for you to see.
You will continue from there.
Yeah.
Now, I want us to make something very simple and straight.
Yeah.
We bet to Maame Grace. Na me go for na be mama be bisa yawa question bia na e-levy question bia. Okay, so one they say asem na wo kan important. Me mpesa me de ma no betum pese me nya ni straight. Say what kind free baby at the malls no e ba Egypt amu fi ho no mo ba ya be fa Nigeria. E ko fa Niger e be fa Nigeria amu di bedu ayawaso.
Yeah.
With the Yawa leading you people.
Yeah.
So I want to know that this Ghana land, then called Gold Coast,
yeah,
a Ghana for a discover land no, I know you one. A Ghana for now must spread it abroad. Can you say emphatically say the first place on mobile land boom with the deities no? Ayawaso
yo, me das papa say what my bisa misa. So me shifted from English to
Bibi a upebi a me bro funu santi so be to me twi de e ka le nje de oja.
Okay, yo ni a mitre say per fat a ewo ho no e kire say there was a place a ye fe no Accra enye se na ye fe Accra no e wo emebi mu in the dateless epoch satam ye ntro nyama e wo paper so nemo nsem no asiye a se ugogo kwapa ubehu se asiye kro a ye fe no Accra na Accra na American sese anu u cheki ewo Russia undersea sese a etin bibia wo ho a ekire se nkofo etina asa kro no so in that epoch nimo a eponu satam na eni Russia bibia mo wo sese anu. Now ni omu ye wo ho nyema a omu ye wo ho activities a omu ye wo ho eni sanyama omu ye ni nyina no enu e contribute ye ama sa kro nu ehiraye a sesi a ogogo a o say it's a place called continental rift or a lost continent. Sa lost continent no ena omu che say nkofo no ehun say omu hwehwe omu nkofo because I say area wonim say first no ye frɛ okanshi and I say bia obiti ase na waba unhu nipa no ho biom nkofo na omu ti wo o say wo hwehwe omu se bebia like omu
why mo na omu yire aye no na why mo na ehwehwe omu
good
is it the guns
good
who were they
and me che wo say ehonu it is believed say in Cranford or that era ne mu no through omu kasa no omu ye say omu be hwehwe omu nuanum na chi because enyom nko an omu ti ho it is a place where there's a business over there omu your gold omu your operation in that era no it's a big center and then you want NASA you want military sana ehonu ekoye enti omu di to mu say omu nanum omu ajira no omu be hwehwe omu
okay
now omu to no ana ye ma omu direction say omu fa ekwan we so omu fa na omu fa ha nti that city no a friend Accra in that dispensation
na akoka ponase no
e
ganfo no
enyom nko
other people were
asset say galamsey omu say galamsey no obi atomitu
o de yemfa ni say the whole Ghana na ensuo na mene yen
exactly
Cranford wom asantefo wom obia wom but omo de omo afiri ho no so omo kohwehwe omo nua mo na omo ayira no nti omo nya dey iti edi omo anim e de kohwehwe omo nua continue
nti omo no omo tu ye no places omo fa nyina no omo didi se ade ne kire omo se omo du ha na omo stop nti omo didi ne se the name Accra ye tu ha se Accra no it is a reference to the lost continent ayira ye no enua na omo be hu wa han say ye frɛ Accra
Matias ye sesi an wo hu omo ba na omo fi Egypt de ba bedu Nigeria ba Ghana no according to you with their deities ya one edi omo anim no e de omo be lande wo ayawa so
yeah
am I correct
sure
okay enti ubeka se enkranfo e wo Ghana nyina no omo origin like baby omo be lande pum ayawa so before omo spread it abroad omo beto aha no mudin Accra to in remembrance and to signify say ebi ayira am I correct
good you are correct I understand you perfectly omo say omo eba no nkafo nyina amba prekupe they came in a badge last year I was in Ilefe I have interaction with them and omo che say yes in Cranford ebetina ho okwa omo wo omo compound ye frɛ ho Agaku compound e kire say in Cranford ebetina ho nia ema omo tu ho no Ilefe means a land of dispersion baby ankrofo omo tempted ye now with hon omo say ye wo gan adanwe with what I saw over there no just say the Ghana people move first the Ghana people move towards the mountainous areas until omo di kan be drew aha first per the oracle or per the ayawa no the Ghana people omo no omo ko stay ewo ayawa so first until we ready nka for Israel omo che say ayekushi na lady omo omo ko tena ayawa so na omo first city ayawa so
that's what I'm saying
yeah
so all the Ghana people that has scattered across and abroad in Ghana no omo origin ayawa so ana
good part enye omo nyina
okay so which ones are you giving us their history
what I'm giving you is based on what I saw and then I'm just drawing it for you Asere
and are you talking about the Gans no omo ye Asere for
Asere
okay so then men can say Ghana people in Ghana because they have difference and I'm about them
no nia mecha wonu omo say ye wo Ga Adangbe they say ye wo Ga Adangbe now in my research work on what I saw from Ilefe Dangbe for no in Kafono Efa Eponano side the guns by the name Asere they pass through the shore omo ankofa back to mountainous areas no they pass through the shore directly to Ayawaso. The other group, which is the Dangmes, pass to the mountainous areas. And now, near a man identified say, when they move from Ilefe, when they are coming, almost anchor like mountainous areas, you know. That time we don't have what we call airway. There were no airways there. We don't have Benin, we don't have Togo. They just passed through the shore straight
and came to Ayawaso.
Yeah, until they may move around from the 9th to the 10th century, the first batch. Ansah actually, you ever say Ilefe from the 10th to the 12th century. Yes, say Ilefe, Accra, Ansah. One some of the effect ancestors no omo move ALKEBULAN Benin City. Until omo amba prekope, they come in badges. Until Uban says, "Send our man share idea no." Asere and omo baye led by Ayikushi. Later, Nungwa omuso ombeba. Later, La ombeba. Later, Adambeba. Later, until omo amba no prekope.
Awesome. So tell us those one neba first.
Okay.
Ayawaso for neba first.
Yeah, man.
Omo no mo ye hwan mu sesi.
Good. Sesi anu nkrafo omo wo kasabi. Omo si asere gigan. Ganjin asere. It means that the asere people are the Gan, and the Gan are the asere. What I say? Hey. So now, say ye shenu chronically. Say one no omo ba pa. To what I have read, to what I have observed, and to what I've seen on the ground, and to that appellation tells you, say, asene and omudi kan buy first, and omu buy omu ko bezi wo Ayawaso.
That is a straightforward history.
Yeah.
Okay. Inti asene for no omu be bezi wo Ayawaso no. Omu connection with Nungwa, Teshi, La. All the Otublo, the Akeka Kahuni na ga craft we na no. Why mona like why mo no connected directly to the asene for no ye why mo ye be hu bi wonungwa omo wo teaching and now omo ye different people, so we are able to state it clear waha say gan for na ye kan omo history enne no eye asene for no omo waha ebi na e waha ebi na e waha. What get me? So that you can mercy obi a history up.
Yo, me that say. Say, Tama me sha say me free top me ba no. Say me bo dimbi say Amon. Amon right. Me do ka say asene for omutu din Amon. Omutu Amon kote. Now, say me ka say asene for no mudi kan e ba ya. Me say eye kasa o kasa no na ema huhu say this is the tribe that I'm talking about. Now you see Gan, say you see Gan, you see Accra. Oh, you see Accra, it identified the tribe. Then we have Dangme for no ye adang ni now something happened at Ayawaso when they were attacked by the Aquamuns. Omu echicheye. Omu echicheye no. Enu na aspreadi because that time no afena Dangbefo no are from Ife omu fa mountainous areas no. Now they are come because at that area no untumi emfa normal grounds no emba because there was a wild animals, there were other things, so you have to hide on a mountain and check the ground for some months because obi say there's a smoke pit, they will come and then attack you. So at that area no and yet so easy sir. Enti Dangbefo no almost so actually after free mountainous areas no about to the grounds. So the collapse of Ayawaso in that no e ma binum adwane ye but a dinu na wudi behu a dinu na wudi behu se sia ukọ Gan yetu ahite yetu ama on sada no wudi ba la wudi ba tashin adjete ni we nyina who sa di ni nyina ewo like among themselves a link chire
ya waso for na scatter abroad omo no mo ye touchy for ni way for no
a family.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, a family, but with the bodies that coming no na person wuti ase ye pa say ayawaso they have go and stay at ayawaso. The land is still there asase so enti omo fi mountainous areas omo ba no omo so achiri ansa omo so omo baba afe suna akwamu fon so baba enti afe ansa wo be say eba be spreading, but the earth itself was in ayawaso.
Okay, so the Ghana people, we can say today that they landed in ayawaso.
Yeah.
And their headquarters is the
Assyrian.
It's the Assyrian.
Yeah.
Omo spread aba labadi ni de ke kan na the same people. Ayite, amate, amako, alakai de ke kan. Ni nyina ayo omo a.
Yeah.
E na omo spread nti so omo obi twa ye nde na oye Ghana no onima. Obetumi age atum so omo be lande wo ayawaso e na omo spread abroad.
Okay.
Am I correct?
But me spend baby ha. You are correct, but me person me che baby mu wa ha say ayawaso a place ko settle here. The land is still there. Now, me can say there will be badges that will be coming per their languages. Inti omo free Monteros on bebano, they will also come with the form of the language. And una ene amaya kitiganya 2 tribes say Ga Adangi. Inti emo koye say only I was a phone corner omu spready yet no. Yeah. But as they were coming in badges, a tin there any capital baby I did can be a cashier out because say in crown 4 baby capital pound there na ayawaso.
Exactly what I'm saying. Inti ya betu mi aka say a Ghana for ni na headquarters.
Yeah.
And Assyri.
Sure.
Am I correct?
Sure.
Inti Ghana dan gbe say ya te so omo afa nwure mu ho. Na mo so mo afa po na no na mo ba. E ho na ye clear. But ye pesa ye establish this history no wa ha. Say Ghana for no omo headquarters ni na ye Assyri. No mo be lande wo ayikum ayawaso no mo spread abroad.
Sure.
Inti no ye trace mu a e wa ko lande mu nyina wo abroad ayawaso amufri enye ni ayi amabaha.
Sure.
That's what I want to make straight.
Sure.
So sesiano se omo ka se Israel when they come here say omo free Egypt na eba e na omo beto ohini bi wo ho ti ohini ne na ema o leadi omo se mo nko hwehwe na meboa ti sa ohini no omo so ye black omo so who were they?
Okay, all right, thank you.
Ana asantefo ana igbefo.
Thank you so much for this question. Me chemono me mawuti asese Ham nimba bakun efe ni Kena ena ono owu imma like Psalms ye fre bakudin Amon omu na echi no ye di wura date no eba ma omu nti omu di no ebe ye Amonra omu yi empire na omu di edi twato eye amen ye di sa we no ema omu ene omu se nkafo ebo empire yo omu si twa omanya ba yaw enye yaw HIAO yaw. Now this Amon right no for omu asi for ena in crown for eba be free no omu tina that Cana assassin so which later it is becoming the promised land which Iraq Iran for now omu and this Amorite for no omu like warriors like they were serious fighters so in that era that time ye war Cana ye war Kush ye war Sawe nyina we don't have something called Israel. It was later Shem Nimu ena eba benya Abraham ena Abraham ba Isaac and Jacob. So if the Gan is a language, it is already existed before getting the
name Israel. So how come you are an Israelite?
That's why I'm saying that the Gans are not Israelites. The Gans already existed over thousands of years. Now, Maame church bebe mu wahano na omunti ase yi. Won say sese anu nkrafo ewo bebe a ye fe no bulomo or a priest. Sometimes they confuse themselves. I'm say bulomo ye osofo. No. There's a difference between bulomo and osofo. Huh? Yes. So wrong. In per se the free eba. Sese anu nkrafo exist. They were, you can get them through the son of Canaan. Canaan the ba ni yemu ba. No. Canaan ni yemu ba a fe no Ammon. Ye nkrafo up to now. Ye remfi edin no. Ye tu amonkote ye tu sa din no anyina. Na say nkrafo tu din te le din no say ajele ajete me call ilefe wo wealthy deity your friend aje nti utunu say a din a yetunu e fana every deity mu na di din no e maye so but me pese me call e honu to ma pese you focus on na yeka nti Ammon ni yemba Canaan ni yemba Ammon omuna gedi sa ra. It's a ra enye small thing. It is one of the biggest deity, the sun god. The sun god.
So Jesus is your God?
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying even when Jesus hasn't come in that dispensation, we haven't come to salvation. No, I'm talking about in that era. Like the Amorites were there. Yedi sa when you show omunsa ra date no omudu hwe nsuma awiem ni nyamanyama. Yes, also omo anet deity. Anet like oruna like a hunting. Say like that time no person that endorse wild animals into you have to be a great hunter like Nimrod and Daddy into they were different people altogether. Now that Hera Nimuno ena ye ma obabi a free munimu ena obaye in that concept. Ona later ye be friend say asasi ya the mother goddess. Now onu ena obe chire sa ne ye ka se oye wulomo no ye si wulomo a oye osofo onye osofo. Now osofo ebeba no eye tama nyame ninsa eka Abraham ni descendant no eye Moses time no oye Moses prophet ana oye Aaron osofo. Into that name osofo was coming from that era of Moses and Aaron. That's why we get what we term as osofo. What is wulomo? Ye ka say wulomo trese obi a oda hunhum anu a oye ni kasamafo wulomo. Enti wulomo no onu na obeye bi obegina te senia would you call other side no like Moses eye prophet no wulomo no so that era no onu so ogina adikese bia no aye hunhum deity anu onu so oma command no o say munya we enti we check differences now. Wulomo is a different from what we call as osofo, and yet the same thing. Now we check in Kafo set up now we fi wulomo ye wo lumon until we check set up no of senya nyaman etina and the same thing. Say wulomo eye osofo dabi osofo ewo ni part and wulomo eye ni rule. Now ye share the system in that era no utumi hu say eye Israel for no and omkoka che Nyankopon say omope ohene, but in that dispensation no now ye betuma ka say ebia what we term as Gentiles and I say you as for no they have their own system. And the Ghana people have their own system of doing their own things. it is quite different from what we are just witnessing now. Like ye force to ye say ye Israel for ye Hebrew for ye come e be say ye see omowo ye dinu e Passover, and sometimes you don't get it. You see now, what is Passover? Passover is when the Israelites were in Egypt, and then according to the source, they were told that they have to use a blood lamb to paint their,
and one angel of death is passing. So
that is what we get the name as what? Passover. So how can my Ghana people say that, what is the Passover? No, it didn't match. It didn't go. And this is what they have been telling people all the time. And I see that we are forcing ourselves to be called Israelite. Always we are Israelite. We are. Some also say that we are from Gad and Dan, and therefore, and that is why we were called Gandangme. But if you are from Gad and Dan, we're from that me over there. It didn't match because the language, the people existed thousands of years before getting the name Israel. So, therefore, what we are claiming that the Gans are Israelite, it is never true.
So Gans are not Israelite. They are not Hebrews. They are not Egyptians. They are what?
Now, as I told you, Egypt is a name of a person. In that era, your name is what they'll be used to call a town.
Your dwelling.
Exactly. So Put is now called Libya. Put is one of the sons of this Ham. The same as Canaan also is a son of. So that's how the way it was from the beginning.
So you saw that now you see it's not only the Gans that are saying they are Israelites, so you know this.
I know.
You know the Ewe people are also saying they are real Israelites. Even they have a tribe, the Levies. They are saying all the spiritual powers is with them. What was that about?
My sister,
huh?
Let me tell you something. You see, the black lineage are confused.
Oh.
I don't know why we force ourselves to claim those things. Now, as I said, before the name Israelite will pop up, don't we have humans on the surface of the earth? We do have. Even with this Amorites, which I'm getting, the Gans can trace their lineage. One of their kings was called Og. You see, the black people, I don't know. The black people were the first people who built what we call the walls of Jericho. In that dispensation, look at what they have. Their mind, their spirituality, how they were controlling the whole world. The Sumer Empire were the black lineage, Akkadians. They were all from the black source. So how can we make a U-turn? Then we just ask ourselves, what was the reason why?
To claim a latest name, a name that came later.
So you ask, what was the main reason why the white man came with something called a slave? To come and slave you. Because if you have a power, if you have a gun, there's a bullet in it. Somebody is coming to attack you. And then you say, no, I don't know how to use it. It is, I mean, Africans, we are filled with dizziness. And I don't know how we could come out with that dizziness. Why everything, look at how powerful that a black lineage, a black son, Nimrod was from the black lineage. How he became a ruler from the whole world, a hunter in that dispensation, how he controlled the whole world. And then we later suddenly we turn. Could you believe that it is the Ghana people? If God willing, by next year I'll be in India. When the land of Canaan was attacked, they moved to the land called India. In that era, there was a Gaman who go and settle what they call Ayi. It was recently that they came out with some document that the Indians, the black over there, they have do a research and they have been told that their rare descendants are in Africa. And they ask which of the Africa, they say that West Africa. Yes, West Africa is being packed. We have North Africa, South Africa, but when it comes to West Africa, whatever has happened in the whole world, the people in the West Africa know everything.
Now wait, you see, how sure are you that your history is authentic, that we should hold that one? Because based on your explanations, you are using the son of Jacob.
Yeah.
You are using the name of Jacob. That became Israel. But this same Israel, we can also trace it from ISIS and get Israel. You know about that one too, right? We can also trace it from the gods, Elohim, and ISIS. We can also trace this and get Israel. The name, the word Israel, we can get like 9 different translations from it. You get me?
Yeah.
So if we are saying that the Ghana people or the way people are saying they are Israelites, and you are deducing it from Jacob. Jacob was not even the fundamentals of the Bible. So if you deduce it from there, wouldn't this was surface too much to be like Israel is not a tribe? Do you get what I'm saying?
I understand your point very well, but we shouldn't forget that there is always replicate at the same time duplication. So I wouldn't say you were Okanshi or Accra. Or we bet me Afri Accra Kokumasi Ako ye cruise and I say Babasto Bossi ye fra also Okanshi. Until I mature say me find my sources no on 3 different sources. That's the Bible, Quran, and then contemporary word of history. Women and now would who say we can say. So
tell us what the Bible say about Gas, what the Quran say about Gas, and add 2 books that you can trace this history you just gave us.
Okay.
So we are able to trace it.
Now, my focus and in Jinaso me wo me di chair adenum say Abraham anu de e Bible mu wo de pefe say e wo say Abraham o ba Isaac Jacob and Esau. Now, I was shown Bible mu I say Jacob ni din na yesesa oni NJB enya some way be na out of that no na bofon ka che say from when aircon within Jacob no masesa mayenu Israel ye be fe Israel we a fact Bible ni mu. Now out of Zadin Israel no ono owu nkwada dumienu sa dumienu mu no ana mba be the tribe of Israel we dey edemu pepepe edemu
Matthias, what I'm saying is that this Israel we define this as a bi wo ho in history no e wo ho Ansah na this the one you just define no ebeba. Do you get it?
Yeah. Say median America no me mawo njina so no e Bible mu say na Bible there no etie ana me che say there could be a replica or there could be duplication because say me bo date be the IFN hell no say me che na say what ase a say your friend be say Yasifo Gentiles ana me che say sa anwo right for no yedi nyama akese minsana yedi momo ye momo Ashira ye momo Anet ena yesaso ema omu Baah say enu na ebe control omu ewo that hera ni mu no
omu pe but there were other deities.
There were other deities, but my focus is on the Amorites. Now bebia say up to now that Anat ana sa Ashira and sa we na say sia in kanfo kita sa ade no mu say aduma omu che we say ni omu ye enenu enye ne every titi omo control and as omo leading kan for we no ye from lantejanwe omo symbol no half moon and star omo se omo na eba no nkan for afasha omo na omo wo like omo say ye wo baby ye dey count days ye do read the stars titi no na no star sa na omo ye omo counting month ni days nkan for no gidi a wo no say lante jangwefo no omo na ye di sa ade no ahye omunsa omo counting months days nti na omo kire say from May to June no obi anye din omo follow omo titimnya ayesa na in that era during the time of Cana amonfo no ewo in charge no they were observing festivities ewo hunhum a control like when it comes to farming system ewo hunhum emom signal say ene ombekọ war omo hunhum trom war tools ambenya they were omo kitasanya up to now say here ka say nkafo say aduma obia enye din for 1 month obi say omo sorry ha na omo na omo yesa na debida bebia ade no free na make sure say ade no free baby sa in that dateless epoch yenya Israel they were observing those things and na nyama omo course ewo omo akwanto mu eduane omo adua they say millet they say maize eni dali nyina no am di sanyama nyina ekeka omo afahye mu bebi omo akotena se omo ko epo a uhu sa we omo nyam nti enye se afa na nkafo ba beye bibi foforo ewo Ghana ha nia emo omo ye sunkun enu na abom chidom omo bedu bebi omo wo se sia no ewo se nia asase omo hwehwe omo hu se aha no na akire no edi no aba be kase Accra akire se from the ocean from the Black Sea in Russia who search here who say there's a city called Accra emu nsemu no na later no edi Bermuda Triangle na Ghana ha Cape 3 points edi ba ndare nyina no emu nsem nyina ho ekire se enye se track ke obi be free baby ton ti say or free abia Egypt na one ti sa na o baby antena then na one time Niger anase Nigeria but da oba ya ba betena say aha na ademchem se mabetena embetena no it's a mystery.
This a mystery. Inti no ya wanu ne leadi omo ba ayawa so. The
first batch was
Matthias, yes. I know that you've explained. I know you've explained.
Yeah.
Now, you said they were the people who perform rituals and say amen. Am I correct?
Sure.
So that they are amen and that they are son God. What is the connection between Jesus, the Son of God, and then the amen we say in church? What is the connection?
Okay. Thank you so much. My focus is only based on the Ghana people and their tradition and customs, because say we search this idea and in being we search na ebiama Amora. When you search you say it. Now the Amora people no meche mo na make say anya say keke but almost a poor libation. They pour libation. So pour nyomo ka edi twato say amen. Say there's a difference between amen and amen. Yeah, a pronunciation. Say obisi amen, obisi amen. Ube kai say asori bi bagana ha. Ye friend amen. So okay. Say ye friend amen. Amen. As answer your word amen.
It's the same spelling, just the pronunciation.
And a nature will say, sometimes there can be like sekasano, but senior who like but the Amorano who said here, Ube who say, respond when amen ena eso amen nyama bebre akoso a nia etumi mase obi ni didie ba be ro obi didie mu no I don't want to go there. Okay. But I want to just focus.
It's okay. So say right now, no, since you are on the Ghana people, no, Ghana people now. The other day we had a Ghana man here who came to talk to us about the young woman who got married and all that. So during the conversation, he said something that they are king, that people are speculating that the hand was cut off and he jumped into the sea. And I mean, and then he said there are other group of Ghana who also having the hand of that same king that they cut the hand. So the evidence Saul na semuna any David here wo Bible say ne replica and yes asem. So since you are telling us all the Ghana people are one people who came to Ayawaso and scattered abroad. Since you are telling us that conflict, where is it coming from?
That
I'm asking you because you are talking about the guns.
That conflict of cutting hands.
Yes.
Maame Grace, Maame can no crapin trail. Matisa story be that, but no cry I will pan say nobody cut anybody hand. And
so there was no cutting.
La for cancel omuketa bokete lawe Ansah
pia but how can you hear mama
but mama can say I have pictures so permit me yi akire wo enye bokete lawe Ansah eno omuketa won uta tutu kwan ya hu nyama na nyama a ohunu utimi hu se ye kan bi edi akata bebi so a obehu no ntem nia la for ekita during festival wulo mono odi pie no enya bokete lawe Ansah. It is a deity. When you go to Ife, you will see it over there. Ewo eye deity. How can you catch someone there? No, that be
so wait. So the papa bokete lawe any la for no nyina when they trace them straight to Ayawaso.
No, Dabi. Me pese wuti ade na se ye. Minim se nia ye kan ene no. Ebeye adesuan kese pa. Eno nti I don't want to conflict what I'm saying.
Are they the same people? Are they the same Ghana people? That's the question.
Good. Say me tire mo say ye ban batch by batch.
Matthias enti me ba onyabotre me nye confusion kura enye confusion. Badge by badge. Badge by badge na mobile no. Papa bokete lawe any ni nasefo. Any lafo no or masefo no. Are they part of the first badge that landed in
No.
Oh, that's what I'm asking.
Lawe fo no uti din lawe. Lawe is from Gangbe stock.
Matthias ye. Eno ana na me pese me bi. Enti nungwafo no omumfiri Ayawaso hobi.
No.
Ena we musu mfi won to omo ni badge we mu kra.
They came later.
Enti what I'm saying is so they are not part of the badge we are discussing today.
No.
So then we cannot say the Ghana people in Ghana. We can say some of the Ghana people in Ghana. Do you agree with me?
Bunim adekonti make I say they are from Ghana, from Ilefe to Benin City, up to coming down to Badagry to Lagos. You will see the Ghana people over there. Now from Benin, from Aneho.
You have left Obomasho. Obomasho, we have some of them there.
Obomasho?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be there this year. Well, a whole then from Agbodrafo, from Aneho up to Kamenu. Ube say omo ba near omo say omo jabi ewo echiri jabi ewo echiri.
Yeah, what I wanted to understand so that then you say you put all these people together whilst they are not like that. So today we can say you can you can Ayawaso for now isiri for no asere for no omasem ne ye. So we don't mix it up. So we are not actually talking about the history about Ghana people in Ghana, but we are talking about the history about some Ghana people in Ghana or some tribe of Ghana people in Ghana. Can we put it like that? Let's make it straight. Too.
Okay, what I'm saying.
Yes.
Kindly listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm say, remember example be na one say na identity. I'm say Gua and I say Bonofo. I'm buy no. I'm ti first town Bono Manson. And I think so be Asante Manson. And I be a fancy one aye fantifo. So be a sing Manson. And I feel you benya kwa man. Say who put away in Navia, who say it was later, and now answer Babenya, Nina, your friend say Asante. And nun say, Omu bar straight now on Benya Asante. Because
Omu just all part of Omu. So this is the same thing. I want to
ain't for now, no, number 7 Michigan say, Sesiano, the whole world, I always see Anu. Upe in Cranford pass and from to Sesiano now. Omu info, Omu Ghana. Omu Ghana. Omu Gan Adangbe. So on the hair. In this same case, Gan history American now. Every say one after Ayawaso no Tama Ayawaso ewo we don't have what we call La. We don't have what we call Osu were from Osudoku or Osuwem. Later on and so Omu Baah Accra. Until Tama Ayawaso no we don't have what we call Osu. So but Ayawaso was there. The same applied to La and other towns. Actually now but for now you know na say omu Gan people. Say and I'm person like uko aneho ena agboda for now. Edu nkanfo afashe na omu nyina saba say omuti ena wo Gan nti omu ba Gan ebedi afashe. That's why I'm saying that the Gan people of Ghana.
So now the kra last if we are saying Gan, where do we point our hands to?
Gan.
Yes.
I'm saying Gan is Accra.
So Accra is Gan.
Yeah. That's why we have Greater Accra region.
No problem. we don't know. When I walk until now, no Accra. Unya Gan na Accra. Abusia, maybe I didn't move. Almost say a time. Na say I'm finding brand life. No more beside more questions. The platform is open. So we are Ghana. NASA's history now. One man so I crooked. We are here for education.
Yeah.
We are making history so that our children will play this video and then look at Maame Grace's face when I'm dead and gone and say, someone said this. So what's the one of NASA's history near crooked? When you call us to come to wherever you are, Kaka goza copper mi vavaga yomiko avo. Yeah, we are there. Bia history ni correct so we are able to put this down for our generation to come and know their origin. Obi can't say no mugu cave ni nuyasu. Your last words, your advice to the public, and then if there are any social media handles you can equally add, then we are going.
Okay, thank you so much. First of all, I want to thank all the Ghana people, those that are in the diaspora watching us, and then those that are here. The thing is, what mostly bring conflict is history. Now, what me who say in some bebre our court need daddy we see on him like ahinsam need daddy no. It is all based on history. Say history no enye correct obia to me rem keke. Now or to me tro bibi or tro pen na emanu say abeka. Em say oh hwe Ghana ha pa. Most of the history no are man now from the 18th century by now. Se about your document bebre edidi asem ni dade but say wo hwem na say wo kom pa wotumi hu say most of the commission of inquiries by then colonial government omutie ni na yanya nkrofo ombetumi like nim asem na
accurate information.
Inti se san obuba nwan say you see oh in sembi omudi no somewhere 1950 no ya overthrown that judgment because nkofana anya some document be a back or more into, and so it just tell you, but say I don't be say who Ghana no, how can you go and claim something in Israel? How can you go and claim something in Egypt? How can you go and claim something on Middle East before the land of Canaan, which became what we term as the promised land? How are you going to go and then claim something?
Spiritually.
But, you know, something that you can trace by our dispensation in terms of social media, Google. I mean, you Google it. Sometimes all the evidences are not correctly, but when you have an inwardly spirit with righteousness, you alone, you can just see things through. That, oh no, this thing is not true. No, this way. How come somebody say this? But with the fact and moving towards things through people's festivals, traditions, and cultures, you may know that no, this one is true. I'm not saying this to bring confusion. No, I suffer for over 30 years, searching for the truth, and I'm just joining. And you can just see that what I'm saying, somewhere along the way, it makes sense in a way that, wow, to me, we say no. What kind? Who really now come? We say no. So I'm not judging myself, but I think what we have learned today is something. If there will be any question or any time,
I've told them if they want you live, they should. So from now, you can say with your full chest that all the Ghana people that are saying they are Israelite, they are Israelite, they are Hebrews, they should stop. It's not true. Can you say that with your full chest?
Why don't I say that?
Okay.
It is the truth that I've given.
That's
Some may say that we are Hebrews. Fine. Hebrew is a language. But I'm saying that the word Israel, the genesis of Israel and where it emanates from, you can't say that.
You're too young.
Exactly.
Okay. Your time now. So is there any social media handles you want to put out there?
You can search me on Jenny JTV, then Ansah Baah on Facebook.
Okay.
So Jenny JTV and then
Ansah Baah on Facebook. Abusia, wherever you are, whether you are Ghana, Dambe, this is your history. We are here. Come and let's know. Let's put this on videos so that our children will know this. Now you free Israel, you free Egypt. Who be such a tribal war? So I won't answer me. Abusia, say if it is not the truth, bring us the truth, Macrao.